Hello, my lovelies. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all well. Is anybody else freezing? I've just put the heating on. It's autumn's coming, isn't it? I think summer might be over. It's not all. We haven't really had a summer. It's been quite a nice day here today, but I'm really cold this evening. I've just put the heating on just for a few minutes, take the edge off. I'm grumpy today. I'm not grumpy actually. No, it's been a good day, but I feel like I'm grumpy. I feel like I'm moaning and groaning about stuff. Please excuse my eyebrows. I've just had them tinted like an hour ago, so they are crazy dark at the minute. They'll calm down by tomorrow, but I have got proper Groucho Marx eyebrows today, so you just have to excuse the crazy eyebrows tonight. Hopefully somebody's there. We haven't got anybody coming online. What have we been up to today? We went for our interview for the Vale of Glamorgan Business Awards. We've been shortlisted as finalists, down to the final 4. We had to go and do a little presentation and do an interview today. So the 3 of us went and did that, which was lovely. Hi, Lady Lou. Hello, my darling. Excuse me. So we've done that and then came home and it's just busy at the moment. Busy. I'm looking forward to next week and chilling for a week because we are, the shop's shut next week because Sarah and I and hubbies are in Isle of Man. So the shop is going to be shut next week. So if you want any orders at all, get them in like now and we can get them out before we go then. Last postage will be Saturday. Sean is going to try and go over a couple of times during the week and do any web orders for us. You can still order next week, but it might take a day or so longer to get to you, okay? Hi Eileen, hi Sue, hi Claire. Hope you guys well. Oh, thank you, hon. Yeah, fingers crossed. We're done now. We did it. We went and did our little presentation, answered the questions, and the awards ceremony is on the 4th of October. So we'll find out then. You never know. We might win, we might not. If not, it was nice to be shortlisted, which is lovely. Hi Carolyn, hi Claire, hello my lovelies, hi Sue. Lots and lots of you coming online. Hello, darlings. Cool. So just to remind you as well, my chest is going to go because I'm talking. Sorry, my asthma. Since I've had this virus thing, it's not been great. What was I going to say then? Oh, my brain's gone. I started to say something then, didn't I? I can't remember what it was. Hi Jane, hi Marion, hi Joyce. Hello. If you're on one of our retreats, seeing Carolyn Zane come up, if you're on one of our retreats, you should have had an email from Sean just letting you know balance details and when it's all due. It's not due in about 3 weeks' time, so just check your spam if you've not had that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's because I've just moved stuff around, dust and dog hair and stuff. My chest is not great at the moment. Right, we're just going to crack straight on, my lovelies. Hi, Angela. Hello, my darlings. So we're going to come over to here. What we're going to make tonight. Now, I don't know if we've done these before. I can't remember. These are little chickens, okay? They can be used for, you can make smaller ones than this again. As pattern weights if you're a dressmaker or you're cutting out lots of templates, you can go smaller again. They can be used as pin cushions. Don't worry, I've told it it's a pin cushion, so it's fine. I can stab it and it won't matter. Really cute little pin cushions. You can make them bigger, so this is sort of like a medium-sized one, but you can make him bigger again. And they're great as doorstops as well. You can fill them with a rice bag as a doorstop. The other thing I was thinking actually is, do you remember when you used to have bean bags in school and you used to throw them around? Jonah Benjamin loves to throw a ball, loads, but tends to always pick the heaviest ball. Stuff goes everywhere. But actually you could do catch games and all sorts with these as well. A bit like Angry Birds, play with the kids and stuff. So I'm all about, sorry, you're going to have to just bear with me for 2 seconds. I just need to get a glass of water. Excuse me. Right. There we go. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Sorry, my darling. I just need to get some water. My asthma's playing up terribly again at the moment. It's all the allergies. I've got the hospital tomorrow, back to ENT to try and sort some bits out. Hi Anne, hi Karen. Ah, thanks. Yeah, yes, they'd be great for fabric weights, wouldn't they? Fabric and pattern weights. So you can make them smaller. But as you can see with this chicken, does anyone remember this block that we did ages ago? I had 2 blocks and I thought I'm never going to do anything with 2 orphan blocks. So you can make these out of total scraps. You could use your orphan blocks up, you know, even if you've got like big 12.5 by 12.5 inch blocks, you need 2 of them. And you can mix and match them. And they make great doorstops as well. Okay, lots and lots of, you know, cute little things you could do. I genuinely can't remember if we've done these before. There is a pattern already on the website. It's been there for ages, which is why, again, I can't remember if we've done them. So, but we're going to make this little size one tonight, and I thought we'd do them because I'm trying to use up some scraps. So I've literally pulled out my scrap bucket. You can see I've cut bits out of this. We're going to make this little quarter square triangle one. Okay, they're incredibly easy to do, as always. So first things first, we're going to cut out. So I want the size that I need to be 4.5. So because we're going to do quarter squares, I'm going to cut out. So these are 2 random layer cake squares. I've already cut a bit out of that for something else. So I'm just doing these, and I'm going to cut 5.5 inch squares out, because by the time I've cut down, that will make the 4.5 that I need. But you can do these at any size. It really doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter what size square you start with. That'll just determine the size of your chicken. Oh God, these allergies are driving me insane again in the last few months. Oh, right. Okay, so we're going to put these right sides together. I like that. Okay. Draw a diagonal line. Now, I'm sure you've all done quarter squares before. If you did the mode of sew along, quilt along, you will absolutely have, but some of you won't have. And I just thought it makes the chicken a little bit more interesting using different fabrics. But like I said, this one was these were a couple of old blocks that I had that were 6.5 inch blocks, and just used them for that. So, what's everybody been up to? Is everyone okay? So I've drawn my diagonal line, and I'm just going to stitch, just like I was making half square triangles, I'm going to stitch either side. Okay. How's everybody been? Have you all been okay? Everybody been all right? So back over here, 1/4 inch either side, guys. There we go. I did realise as well that last Wednesday, I promised I'd do a challenge post, didn't I? Because it was my birthday, and I said, oh, we were going to do a challenge post. And when I got off air, I completely forgot, because Drew and Beth had turned up and we were sat chatting, and I totally forgot about it. So I am going to do a challenge post tonight, and I'm going to pick like 2 winners to apologise for getting last week after I said we'd do one. So got to come up with a theme. I was thinking we should probably do animals, because I'm making chickens tonight. So I thought that might be a good one, but I promise I will do it. We'll do it. So I'm gonna go down like that, all the way across, and then we're just gonna iron these out. So at the minute, you could just do them as half square triangles. So you don't have to do quarters. They do look quite cute as half squares as well, these chickens. There we go, like that. And I'm ironing them out to the same fabric on both of them. There we go. Oh, go away, fly. Like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do now is we're going to put these right sides together, but you want to make sure when you put them right sides together, you've got the opposite fabric. So that one is touching the blue's touching the pink there. So, and then nest this up really well. Make sure that those seams are going in opposite directions, and you're nesting this up, because then you get your nice neat points. You don't have to do any pattern on these chickens. They could just be plain pieces of fabric. I could have just cut 2 4.5 inch squares, and that would have been fine. Hi Susie, how are you, lovely? Caroline, you've officially started Christmas. You've been cutting out your applique pieces for your craft fair Christmas cards. Don't blame me, love. We got to. Oh, I was going to say you could start early, but actually September's not that early, is it, for crafting? What I'm doing now is I'm just going to put a diagonal line the opposite way to the previous one. So you can see the seams there. This one's going in the opposite way, and I'm going to stitch 1/4 inch either side. Okay, just like we did on the first one. So back over I go, like that, and down we go. I could make a whole like hen house, couldn't I? A whole raft of these. Actually, Carolyn, if you are doing craft fairs and all, these would be great. They're such a quick and easy little thing to do, and they look really cute. They're really nice for, you know, nice and cheap little things to sell at craft fairs. If you're maybe doing some Christmas fairs for charity or anything like that, and at least I can see you tonight have to blurry eyesight since your appointment. Oh, I hope it all went well, Annie. I hope everything's okay, hun. Right. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sneezy today. Right, down that line again, cut up again. Like that. And then we're going to iron out again. So, just push that one out that way. Like that. And you've got my little quarter square. Quarter square triangle. Quarter square triangles? Yeah. No, because that's... Oh, I don't know now. My brain's gone. What are they called? Quarter square triangles, aren't they? Yeah. QSTs. I'm so sorry. If you want me to carry on, you're just going to have to put up with me blowing my nose. My allergies are out of control. I'm hoping they'll be able to give me something a bit stronger tomorrow at the hospital. So, right, what I want to do now is I want to square these up to 4.5. But it genuinely doesn't matter. As long as the squares are the same size, they can be any size. So, in order to kind of get that point in the middle, and this is the same with any, you know, whenever you're squaring up one of these blocks, you want, if this is finished size is 4.5, the half of that is 2.25. So I'm going to grab my ruler. I'm going to find the 2.25 line, which is just there, that point where they meet, and that's going to go dead center. So 2.25, like that. And the other thing to do is just make sure that the 45-degree line is running down the seam, like that. And then we're going to trim these down to 4.5. There we go. And 4.5, 4.5, that way. So there's my first one. And then we're going to do this one. And like I said, you don't have to do these for these chickens. This could just be any fabric. It could be, you know, you could, oh, they'd be cute at denim, wouldn't they? If you've got old bits of your jeans lying around where you know, maybe you've made a, you know, a denim quilt or something, you know, anything you like, you can make these out of, as long as you're starting with the same size square. So there we go. Let's get rid of all those bits over there. Sorry, I'll do the nose again. It's not going to be pleasant otherwise. So you're going to pop those aside for a second, and then you want a beak. So I just pulled out some little bits here. Let's go with a deeper red beak. This orangey beak. Now my beak needs to be 1.5 by 1.5. Okay. Actually, no, I'm going to keep that because that's the right size for a tail, but I can use that on another one. 1.5 by 1.5 is what I want for the beak. If you're making bigger ones, just scale them up. So for a 4.5-inch square, I'm using a 1.5 for the beak. For a 6.5, I used a 2.5 for the beak. Okay, so just scale up as you go. Remember, if they say to give it fabric, you'll have to ignore them. I know. He did actually tell me that one day, that I was in the worst job because the fibre from where I cut, you know, and the dust and the lint and all aggravates my allergies terribly. So what I'm doing now is I've just folded that in half, like that, and then I'm going to fold in half again. You're basically making a little teeny tiny prairie point, okay, and giving it a good press. And that's going to be my beak. Give that really good press. I'm just going to pin that to my board so I don't lose it. And then you want his little like top knot is it coxcomb? Is that what they call them on a rooster? And that needs to be 1.5 by 2.5 on a 4.5 piece. So 1.5 by 2.5, like that. And cross like that. And then you cut a little rectangle out. You can play around with these. You can mess around them. You can decorate them up as much as you want. I'm just giving you a basic version. Once you've made one, please do go wild with them. You know, add extra bits in, all sorts. And all I'm doing now is just folding that in half lengthwise, like that. Okay. And the raw edges, I like to, in order to get this kind of like fluffy, feathery look, I like to get my pinking shears and also it stops it fraying a bit, just trim off the teeny tiniest bit with my pinking shears. Okay, if you don't have pinking shears, that doesn't matter. And the next thing you want to do is literally just pop a little couple of pleats in. So I'm going to pleat that like that. So I'm just, again, is what, about 1/4 inch over, and pleat again like that. So I'm just kind of concertinaing them up. And we're going to iron those in place. So pleat, pleat like that, and press those pleats in. Give that a good squish. Yeah, that my consultant, Mr. Stew, was just like, what do you do for a job? And told them, he was like, well, that's a really not a good idea for your allergies. I was like, oh, well, that's what I do. So popping those aside. Next thing, I actually really want to use this bit of purple because it picks up the purples in there for his tail. So I found this in the scrap bucket. I was like, well, I'm unpicking that and using that because that's perfect colours. So I'm just going to unpick that. There was a bit off one of the blocks we did last week that I cut off. I was like, nah, using that. There we go. You can use any teeny tiny little scrap. And for his tail, which is this little bit here, give him a bit of a tail, you want a 2.5 inch square. So 2.5 by 2.5. I don't care that the selvage is in there because most of that's going to be hidden anyway inside. So again, we're going to make a prairie point. So I'm going to fold it like that and fold it like that. Okay, and press it. So fold in half like that. Excuse me. And fold in half again. Like that. So what have you all been up to? Has anybody been up to anything fun? You're all very quiet on there tonight. So there we go. There's my tail. So I'm just going to put that over there. Now on this bigger one, I actually did a double tail. So I did a smaller prairie point and then a bigger prairie point. You could do 3, you know, so he's got like feathers spraying out. Play around with them. Give them a bit of personality. Sorry. Oh. It's literally every other word my nose goes. Ridiculous. There we go. Right, so now we're going to start assembling. So we've got all our little pieces ready. You're going to take one of your 4.5 inch squares like that, and approximately right. So top right, that's where we're concentrating. Okay, it's top right. So about 1/2 inch in, 1/4 to 1/2 inch in from the corner. I'm going on the top. I'm going to add in the little headpiece. Okay. And you want the raw edges facing in. You want the folded edge against the edge of the fabric. So about 1/4 to 1/2 inch in. Just put that in place and clip it or pin it, whichever you want to do, like that. And then you need the beak, and you're going to go. Just put my ruler there so I roughly know where I'm going. 1/2 inch down with my beak. Now, it doesn't matter which way around your beak goes. So you can have the opening at the top, but I think he looks more like a songbird. So I like to have the opening bit facing down. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Just there. Okay, and again, put a clip in. Did you put a challenge post on? I didn't, Cheryl. I totally forgot. I was just explaining a moment ago. It was my birthday, obviously, last Wednesday. No, I'll talk as I'm over to the sewing machine. I'm just going to baste those in place on the sewing machine, okay? So when I got off air, I meant to put it on the challenge post. I'm just basting about 1/8 of an inch away just to keep it in place. on, but Drew and Beth turned up for my birthday and we were chattering and I totally forgot. So I'm going to put a challenge post on tonight, but I'm going to do 2 prizes to make up for being rubbish and forgetting. Jane, you've just got back from a long weekend in the Isle of Wight and tomorrow you've got a family wedding to go to. Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, congratulations to the bride and groom. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Right, just basting those in, okay? Try wearing a mask, that would help. Yeah, it probably would actually. That's probably a good idea. When I'm cutting and stuff, I probably should wear a face mask, just up over my nose, just to stop it irritating everything. Or give up fabric, but that's never going to happen. There we go. So I've just basted that in place and then just give that a quick press. All right. Then we're going to sandwich that with the other 4.5 inch square. So on top, like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to stitch from the top left here. You're going to go along, down. We're going to leave a gap down here. Okay. So let me clip that side. Somewhere my pen's gone. There we go. So what I want to do is I want to leave a gap here. Okay. You want a gap a couple of inches, like that. So don't stitch this side here. Okay, so don't stitch the left hand side. You're going to stitch along the top, the right hand side and across the bottom, but leave a gap. Okay, like that. Those 3 sides first. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to just use 1/4 inch seam allowance, but again, it really doesn't matter. 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, entirely up to you. So this is the top, like that. Turn it, go down the side. I mean, you can give these guys little personalities by making bigger beaks, bigger, coxcombs, all sorts. Yeah, sorry, Cheryl, I did forget about the challenge post. It just went out of my head. It really did. So I'm gonna put one on tonight when I finish. I'm not even gonna leave this room. I'm gonna put straight on, and I'll do an extra prize. I'll do 2 prizes instead of 1, just because I'm daft and I forgot. Oh, well that went really wonky. Hang on, 2 seconds. It all moved then. Let's go back in there. That's better. There we go. Okay, so I've gone along the top, down the right and along here, and I've left that gap. Okay, what you want to do is just trim off this bulk at the corner, just there, and on that corner there, that corner there, and that one there. Okay, so just clip those corners at the moment. Then you're going to open this out on the left hand side. Okay, so you're going to open it out like that and find the 2 seams so that the seams match like that. Okay. Oh, let me just open that seam out. It does help if you open your seams on this as well. It lies a bit flatter. Let me open that seam out like that for now. Okay, just put a clip on it, but we need to insert the tail. But before I do that, I'd just like to make sure, so can you see that's going to kind of like pyramid up? I like to make sure that my beak's on the right side and the headpiece is on the right side, which it is, okay? Because the amount of times I've accidentally opened it up the wrong way round and then gone, oh no! So the tail piece is going to go in raw edges here, so roughly find the middle like that, and that middle bit's going to sandwich in between those 2 seams there and there. Okay, pop a clip on, and now we're going to stitch across here. Now the gap, as you can see, should be on the bottom here, so I'm going to stitch across there. So over we go. Make sure you start, overlock, don't overlock. Do a lock stitch or back stitch at the start and stop at this one. And then go all the way down and back stitch at the end. There we go. So he's nearly done. So back over here. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, my nose is so bad. Right. Oh dearie me. So now you've got to find that gap on the bottom. Where's the bottom? There it is there. Okay. Before you do, just clip those corners there and there, like that. Open up the gap and turn him right side out. And then your chicken's almost done. What you need to do now is decide what he's going to be. So, is he going to be a pattern weight, in which case you need to fill in with something heavy? Is he going to be a pincushion, in which case you need to fill in with, oh, come on, I'm pushing all those bits out. Just fill in with some toy stuff in, okay? If he's really big, if you've used a big like 10-inch block or something, 10.5 by 10.5, and he's going to be a doorstop, you might want to fill in with rice, So I'm going to push him out like that and like that. Now, unfortunately, I ran out of toy stuffing, and I ordered some more because oh damn it! I just pushed that through. That was naughty. That's okay. There we go. And again on the top, but it hasn't arrived, so you're just going to. I'm just going to talk you through the next bit, just gently. Don't be so vicious with your handy thingamajig thing, because I'll just push that through the fabric. There we go, like that. So you can see my chicken is kind of taking shape. I'm just going to have to talk you through it now because I haven't got any more stuff in. Although I could use cotton wool, you could use fabric scraps, all the tiny little bits that you really are never going to use again. You could shove all those in there, couldn't you, and do those. So I would go around and I'd give him a really good press on all of these seams first. So press that one out really, really well. Like that. Okay. If you want, I don't mind it if his tail's flat, but if you want his tail to stand up, all you need to do, just lie that flat and just put a couple of little stitches there. You can do it on the machine. I did it on this one. Just put a couple of little stitches there, and what that does is just hold his tail up a little bit more. On the little ones, I don't think it matters. I quite like it if they lie flat. Okay. Press that one out there. You can see there's his little beak there poking out. And do the headpiece as well. The other thing you do is just get a nail brush and scrub that hairpiece, and what it'll do, it'll go all fluffy and really like chenille. That looks really cute. So you're going to stuff it through the hole at the bottom. Okay, so you're going to stuff it with just toy stuff in, which we just buy cheapy pillows from IKEA. Okay, and then you can decorate him however you like. All I've done on these is literally just with some black embroidery thread just sewn through with a French knot, big French knot on either side. But that could be, you could have some maybe safety eyes, maybe you've got, or buttons. They'd be cute with buttons if you've got some little buttons or something to put through there. But it's really, really simple to do. And you can use up the tiniest little bits of scrap in it. You don't even have to do the quarter square bit. It could be that you mile them in it, just literally sew all these little funny bits together, make a bit that's big enough for 4.5, because I actually think the more fabric they've got in them, the quirkier they look. And just add your beak and your top, all your little extra bits in. You could, if you were really clever, before you did this seam here, you could maybe add in a wing, or I wonder if it would look like a wing if you just did a prairie point on the outside. You could hand sew it on, couldn't you? Hang on, I'm just having a think now. If I did a prairie point, and would it? No, it's not the right size or shape. I was just wondering whether it would look like a little. Well, it might do actually. You could stitch in a little prairie point, hand stitch in a little prairie point, and give it little wings, like that. You made some of these years ago. I think they went to your daughter for juggling with. Yeah, it's that kind of thing, isn't it? There's so many uses. I mean, I think they're very, very cute little pincushions. You can take them with you. They're really nice and stable. They don't need, they don't need anything because they've got a nice wide base. You don't have to put anything heavy in them. Just a little bit of stuff in, and perfect little pincushions and stuff. But yeah, great for the kids to play with, like like beanbags from like at school. But the bigger they go, they make great door stops as well. Okay, like I said, I started to personalise them a little bit. I did a double tail on that one. You know, I think you could add wings on, maybe. Yeah, I think you could add some little wings on somewhere, you know, if you wanted to. Play around. Do a turkey, you know, put another little, you know, what's, you know, like they've got those funny little dangly bits under their beaks, haven't they? You could put like a little round bit like that, so he's more like a turkey, you know. Play around with them. Really quick and easy. Great way of using up orphan blocks, scraps, tiny scraps of fabric. And you've got a quick little project. I think they're really good. If you've got like Christmas fundraisers for, oh, hang on, wrong one. There we go. Oh, yeah. If you've got like Christmas fundraisers coming up, maybe you're raising, you know, PTA raising money and stuff. You know, you can make these incredibly quickly and easily, sell them for, you know, a couple of quid type thing. And I think kids would love them. You know, I think they're really cute. What other animals could you make these into? Using that whole, you know, triangular idea, what other animals could you turn them into? Could you put, see, I'm trying to think what else you could be. Could you put ears on them? You know, could you do like, or antlers? Could you work out how to do Rudolph? Maybe with a round bit for the, you know, for the nose. Use felt instead of prairie points. You know, put some, I don't know, have a play around. If you come up with some other good ideas of what animals you could make with using this little, you know, pyramid thing, frogs, maybe do some frogs, little green frogs, I don't know. Let me know. A mouse. Oh, he would be quite a cute mouse. Yeah, you could do double prairie points up here, like round ones, or pieces of felt, and put a long tail on, couldn't you? That might be quite cute. Yeah. So just a nice little way of using up yet more of our scraps, because that's what we're trying to do at the moment, is use up some scraps. I will be here tomorrow night. Remember, it's at 7 o'clock, not 1 o'clock. I'll just grab my water a second. 7 o'clock, not 1 o'clock, because I'm going to be doing the mini swap. If you haven't yet signed up for the mini swap, you can still do so if you want to. How the mini swap works is I'll go through it in full tomorrow, but you sign up, you get paired up with somebody else, and then you contact each other, swap your addresses and everything, and you'll send what we're going to make tomorrow night to each other. And I've got to come up with some different ideas, so hopefully you'll come up with lots and lots of your own ideas as well. So we're going to do that tomorrow, but at 7, not at 1. Okay, so I will see you all tomorrow night at 7. Take care, my loves. I'm going to go, and Josh is dished up by the sounds of it, so I'm going to go and eat and take some yet more antihistamines, try and control this nonsense. Hopefully the doctors will sort it in the morning or give me something stronger. Take care. Bye.